Okay, now let's talk about the do's and don'ts about college application essays. And this is really, understand what is the, uh, this is a very important thing to go in the shoes of the admissions counselor. This, whatever their next essay is, it says 33% of time that's spent on the essay. I think it's actually, the impact of this is across, okay? And you really, the essay, it's across the essay, but your common app, your first essay, the person will make up his mind about you as a person in the first maybe 30 seconds or 1 minute. Okay. So you better be very authentic and connect to him very quickly. Stop beating on the bullshit about, oh, I was lost and I was scared and I did not know how life will change and my hands were perspiring. You already lost me, dude. I'm scared is good enough. Just make your point and keep moving. Okay. These are the problems, write in themselves in, they write too much. You know, give us something which numbers don't come up with. Okay, you want these to be powerful. You want it to be don't have weak closings. Okay, the essay can be a powerful tipper in closed cases. Yeah, I mean, it can, if you have a good essay, I mean, it can in some closed cases. Okay, obviously this doesn't take place of your academics and your extracurriculars and stuff, so you better know what you're doing. Okay, so do put a lot of time. This is put a lot of time into your introduction. I don't think this is what you should do. Keep the some of this is sarcastic, okay, but which you put a lot of time and effort into your introduction, not way too much time. One technique creates a mystery and intrigue and move. Your paragraph should not be 10 lines. It can be 3 lines and you're done. Okay, don't go with the whole story like at the end. Leave some suspense over there. Okay. I like this one. My favorite science project was a complete failure. Okay, well, it's nice. I like it. So, okay, I want to know about this project and how it was a failure. Okay, keep the focus narrow. Okay, keep it to 1 point maximum. Okay, prove 1 point or maybe 2 points. That's about it. 2 also should be more like a giving him a clue to a second one. But if you're talking about sincerity, about honesty, about hard work, about creativity, stick to 1 or 2 points. I don't need a kitchen sink. Okay. Essays that are to be too comprehensive will sound watered down because now your brand is getting lost. The guy who's reading your essay is going to make 3-line answers. He's just going to put 3 lines about you after he's read your essay. And that 3 lines will define your personality for that school for the next month and a half. Okay. Not too many times people will go back and read. They will just read the 3 lines and literally make their decisions from there. So you are imagining what he's going to say in those 3 lines about you. The key of the effective, stay on the message. It's an effective message. Stay on the message. And like politicians, they have 2 messages that they want to make and they reiterate that in some different way. And they say, this is what I'm going to say about, then they give some examples of why they said what they said. At the end, they close by saying why they said. So they leave the message that the brand is maintained. So you got to do the same. Okay. Don't get too involved in telling a detailed story. I don't want detail. I know details about the story, but the message, how it changed me, is so much more important. Okay. Keep it very, very personal. You need things to be personal. It's literally like a story you're telling to your buddies about yourself. I mean, don't go into gory details, but it should be a story which only it's about you. So you have to go and ask friends and family, like, what do they think about you? What do they remember uniquely about you? Or I actually ask people the same, like, if you were to come to my funeral, what is the 2 things you will talk about? 2 stories about my life you remember. Tell me that, right? You're coming, you're writing my obituary, or you are there. What is it you're going to talk about? It should not be the story the student next to you can tell, or the person next to you can tell. Okay, in the high school, yours has to be unique. Okay, this is very important to make it unique, which is specifically to you, and you have a lot of unique stuff in you. Remember that. Prove it. Okay, don't say stuff like I am hardworking and this thing. That's stupidity. Okay, I see students writing, and then it dawned upon me, and then I found this new side of me. Well, don't tell me you found a new side of me. Just tell me that side. Let me interpret that. People feel like they need to explain too much. Okay, there's a big difference between simply stating a point and letting an idea unfold. Okay. And so like he says, generic and boring. I like to be surrounded by people with a variety of backgrounds. Okay, that's boring. Much better during that night, I sang the theme song from Casablanca with a baseball coach who thinks he is bogey, discussed Marxism with a old lady, heard more than what I ever wanted to know about some woman's gallbladder operation. Okay. This tells me that you are intrigued about people's personalities, you like to communicate, you're open to people's ideas, you can talk about multiple topics. Whereas this one, I like to be surrounded by people with variety backgrounds, means nothing. I don't understand anything from this statement. Okay. Try to be fairly specific. Do not get into avoid cliches, which means words that can be challenged or too generic or predictable writing. This is boring. I want to help people. I have gotten so much out of life. Stop. I feel that too many people who have not been as fortunate. Stop. This is the kind of stuff with garbage students write about, literally it reeks of elitism. Okay. Look at this one. My parents took plenty of sidelines. Their shoes filled up with their water, turned white, This commitment is what I like to bring to working with fourth graders. Okay, so why is he saying this? Stood on plenty sidelines, still their own shoes filled up. So, okay, it clearly is not making the point over here, but I think you guys get it. This is too boring to make it elitist, but details about, how you can say the same thing about your privileged side in a different way and saying what you want to bring, what commitment you want to bring, instead of saying my parents and stuff, we are so fortunate, you can talk about, I grew up in a full family, had the love and dedication from my father and my mother. Many people don't get that. And from my father, the thing I have really learned is his want to to protect the family and how he's gone out of his way, even in fever, to do blah blah blah. Okay, explain that. It explains a much more side than saying elitistly about my parents are loaded. Okay, show, don't tell. Okay, do not just keep telling. I want to do this. I want to show what you've done. Okay. A good example is a night fell upon the summit. I stared openly at the stars, completely filled the night. Despite these conditions, I could not tear myself away. Okay. This is showing, again, how he feels more than he's just spelled it out. Again, I could have made it even more detailed over here. Like I would actually talk about, upon the summit I stared. So like I was there, I showed up over here after 3 hours I was camping for the first time. And, getting a clear view of the sky was very important to me. And as it got really cold, I realized what a mistake I was in or what I need to do differently now. Okay. That's a more better example than even this good example he's talking about. Know your subject, any factual errors, do not make errors, man. Like I know, and we'll have, Mr. Rice talk about it later today as well, which is, you don't want to, like, he talked about, like, he had some essay, the guy almost got into the Harvard, okay, but they caught something about his, the particular, type of kit he had made, like, to make some Arduino kind of things. It's like, I took it to Maker Faire and stuff. It's like, no, dude, you just picked up a kit from the market. They were able to find out where it was, and you made a story about how cool your kit was, or the thing you put it together. It was basically a DIY kit, right? And they were able to they didn't take the guy in. Okay. Students turn a 500-page into autobiography. Okay, just answer the goddamn question. Stay to the point. Okay, read the question. Every sentence in the question is very important. I literally take the essay prompt, and if the moment there is a paragraph, there's a period or there's a comma, I put a enter. So I literally highlight those 3, 4, saying, okay, these were the 5 things that the guy asked for. Did I answer all 5? The worst thing you can do is not answer all 5 things, because he asked for those 5 things, and they will remember that. They will actually write the word, did not pay attention to detail, did not answer the prompt. Doesn't matter how good your essay was. Okay. Having flows, transitions, super critical. Make sure you are using the flow. Don't just start from one thing and then suddenly start parachute with a new topic, second paragraph. Give a hint, have something which has to look like a poem. It has to read like a New York Times essay you're reading or an editorial on Washington Post. Overusing, I see this a lot. They overuse a passive voice so much. Okay, it's crazy. It's not even funny how much they write passively. Okay, the tray of food will drop by the waiter. Damn it, right? The waiter dropped the tray of food, right? And this literally comes by the more you read editorials, the more you read newspapers, the more you'll actually realize how to write in passive, in active voice. Okay. Conclusion: do not leave this lame. You worked your tail off to write a damn good essay. The conclusion is your chance to leave a point of view over there. So write something which either leaves a question on his mind, maybe brings up something new on your mind. Make the person feel respected. I love it when a good essay is written, because I'm like, oh my goodness, they thought about me and they left something for me to even to think about. Okay, so do that. Avoid summarizing. So as you see, we talked about these 5 things over here, and this is what I was trying to get at: stupidity. Do not summarize. Get a new point of view over there. Okay. Don'ts, we talked about: bring something new to the table which is not already there. We talked about this. Don't go overboard with flattery. Do not go crazy talking about how cool you are. Be sincere to the point. They're not looking for a new way of looking at the world. They just want your viewpoint. You can make it simple. It's not too hard. Do not visualize the admissions committee, like I talked about, busy old professors. Don't be cynical. I've seen this too. Some students get into a rant. They start writing like, oh, the world, people don't understand the things this is, and they don't, only if they could understand a little bit more, they could do so much better in life. No, you don't want to be cynical, condescending. You're not being too cool. Okay. If you think it's offensive, it probably is. Okay. Be respectful about the people. Do not repeat information. Don't plagiarize. Do not make, if you wrote something earlier, if you have something in your Common App, in the resume, in the activity section, try something different about it. Okay. Do not mention GPS scores in the essay, because that does not get you anywhere. Maybe something about, I would just keep this away altogether. For example, don't say this thing, I played this thing, singles tennis. I know that in the things, travel to France. What is all this rubbish, right? Don't say all these things. Don't tell the story of your life. Okay. Students are inclined. They want to tell every part of their story. Why? Okay. Simple essay beginnings can be Christmas Eve or Yom Kippur service, right? I mean, as long as you're focused, okay. One day of scooping ice cream. So I worked for a day over here. Okay. What happened over there? Okay. See, look at these simple prompts. These are so much easier to write about, and they get the people excited. You might not find it interesting because it's not too detailed, but work on it. Okay. We talked about this. Don't bore the readers. Be interesting. They have hundreds, please, really. And you see the way I'm reading essays, I'm actually skimming through a lot of content, which means, and this is what the dude is doing. Okay. So make sure even if they skim over it, that in those 3 lines, they get the essence of what you were saying. Don't try to be so memorable that you come across as an eccentric. Okay. It's not true. Don't use cliche terms. I learned from my lessons. I have always learned from my mistakes. I know my dreams will come true. Bullshit. Okay. This is my passion. I no longer take loved ones for granted. I realize now the value of hard work and perseverance. Okay, so it took you one situation to understand. So you didn't know it before this, Rapish, right? I know what it is to triumph over adversity. Well, which moron does not know this thing? Okay, this situation opened my eyes to a whole new world. No. Don't say that stupidity. Show it to me how it changed the world. Okay. Again, don't use these cliches. I finished the race. I realized the value of hard work. Every student writes this garbage. Okay. Working atmosphere made me appreciate the value of diversity. Okay. So before this, you had no clue of diversity. Stupidity, right? As a young child embraced me in gratitude, I discovered the true value of making a difference to people's lives. Please. That summer in New York truly opened my horizons. But tell me how it opened. Don't tell me it broadened my horizons. I don't need to know that. It's not about what you're telling, okay, them, what you've done. It is about showing them who you are. Don't focus on the material you're going to tell them. It's about who you are, your values. and they should come out implicitly. Okay. Don't use quotes in the just for the heck of putting a quote in there. If you're going to make a quote, it should be a very small word. Okay, you have very limited words. Do not like you. I showed you one essay, the scholarship essay. That idiot had like literally 40 words of a quote. Don't do that stuff. It's not needed. Okay. Predictable generic statements. Do not say things like I use college, I want to go because I'm committed to learning and important. Say something about the curriculum, say something about something unique. You talk to the alumni, you learn something about. Okay, be genuine. Don't just pick up something on their website and say you are good, this is what you are. Okay. You are what is this one? How-to guides. It's, if there are some places you can find how-to guide or somebody's giving some examples, everybody else can read the examples too. So don't just go by those examples. You can use that as inspiration, but if your counselors are giving you some material, like I have a lot of prompts written up, but use those as inspiration point. Don't just take that stuff. Okay, should be your own voice. It can't be a 48-year-old man's writing. It has to be Roger from a high school. It has to be writing that a high schooler does. Okay, use good words. But don't, for the heck of use big words, don't use that. Okay. Powerful ideas are best expressed in simple and elegant prose. Get your point across very simply and very quickly. Okay. Good writers use big words, but not the biggest words. They use the best, most appropriate words. It's okay if you don't write big words. Okay. That's perfectly fine. No slangs. No, this is not an informal letter. You're not writing laws and LMAO and all that bullshit. Okay, none of that stuff comes in your essay. It's a formal essay. Write formal stuff here. Okay, do not plagiarize. That's used. The schools have very good tools in place to figure out if something was plagiarized. In fact, they don't even have to go and do anything. The tools, their tools, when they are using the software, when they start looking at the application, they have sections over there which are already doing searches on what is written over there, and it'll actually alert them, hey, I found something similar somewhere on the internet, so you want to look at it. So the software will alert the dude, not, you don't have to about it that there is plagiarism. Don't definitely buy something on the internet. There are people who, there are websites which will write your essays for you. Do not get into that. Please write your own. Do yourself a favor and write these essays. This is about you. Okay. Then they mark the essay, daddy did it. Okay, so it should not reek of it. So I used to do this with Shreya. I would be okay, I would actually make her write an essay with me, and if I felt that had too much of what I had written, I would actually delete that essay. I say, okay, now you remember what was done, remembered, so write it from your memory now. Okay, everything we talked about, and then she would write it in her own words, which is what we really wanted. Okay, don't recycle essays. Please, this is a big mistake. They can see, they know which essay came from Northwestern or answering a Duke's question. This is all they do for a living. Okay. Do not mention a college name in somebody else's college's name. Don't make these mistakes. This all happens when you apply on the last 2 days. Okay. Have a designated person in your house who will, before you submit, or your college counselor, like, I don't let my students submit without talking to me once. I have to look at the entire application once. It takes me about 10 minutes. But that's a standard rule. My students cannot submit without having me look at it. Okay. Don't forget to proofread. Don't rely on computer spell checks. Many times these stupid things don't get it. Even Grammarly many times doesn't catch the things which I'm hoping it will catch. So you have to do it yourself. Okay. What's wrong with this? Forget this part. Okay, I'm not going into this now.